Aloha! It is I, the Great Clement, and now we are tackling Mega Man 3, the 8-bit edition on the Nintendo, and it has one of the most epic title openings ever. I love the title theme of Mega Man 3. The problem is it doesn't actually have a fun, flashy animation to explain the story or any kind of plot setup at all. And that's kind of weird because actually something I made a mistake with Wily Wars because I didn't know at the time. But apparently I looked into it through the wikis of Mega Man and then I found other references. I now know that in the plot of Mega Man 3, Dr. Wily and Dr. Light, they joined forces and became friends again, supposedly. And then 8 robot masters out of nowhere started attacking. And it was up to Mega Man to stop them with help from his new buddy, Dr. Wily. That's why when you get to the Robot Master doors, there is no Dr. Wily symbol next to the door handles. It's just, you know, a door. So that's actually the backstory. Dr. Wily is on our side, which is always swell. That's good. He learned from the error of his ways. He's not an asshole anymore. Yeah. Anyway, we're taking on Snake Man first. Snake Man, he's a robot created to investigate narrow areas. He uses a snake-like missile called Search Snake. A good point, he's a green robot. Yes, he is a green robot. Good point. That doesn't make sense. A bad point, he's an elusive idea. Well, yeah, he is a snake robot. He likes Toad Man. Oh, that's nice. And he dislikes slugs. Now, when I did the Wily Wars, I mentioned he liked Toad Man, and I said, you know, I implied it was a gay thing, but, you know, that's because people keep assuming that, yes, I know snakes want to eat toads, and I know toads would not like snakes for that reason. I get that. I understand why it's a funny pun. But the thing is, they're robots. I don't think Snake Man would eat Toad Man anytime soon. I don't know, call me crazy. That's why I made the gay joke. That's why when I saw all those comments, people were like, Clement, snakes eat toads, come on. What do you think it means? Yeah, but they're fucking robots. You're gonna tell me Snake Man's gonna go and chew Toad Man apart just cause it's in his nature, supposedly in his bestial nature to eat toads? But I'm going off on a weird tangent. Mega Man 3 introduces the slide ability, which Mega Man kept throughout the whole series, and the slide is awesome. It makes speed runs swell, and it also, you just feel like a badass when you slide under an attack, you know? If there's an enemy who shoots an attack that's like high but not really low, and you just slide under it, oh god. God, is that satisfying. Nothing is more satisfying than that slide. But I digress. These platforms are kinda glitchy. I always jump before they actually pop out, because sometimes when they pop out, Mega Man flies off the side of the tower and just falls to his death. I swear it happens all the time to me. I don't know why. It's the most horrible glitch, and usually when I play Mega Man 3 now, I always tackle Needle Man first, because when you beat Needle Man, you get Rush Jet, and Rush Jet would make Snake Man stage so fucking convenient. Plus he's next in line on the weakness scale anyway. Needle Man, Gemini Man, and Snake Man have this weird thing where they have their own weaknesses with each other, and the other 5 Robot Masters have their own with each other as well. It's like they break off into their own weakness chain, which is kind of unique, you know? You don't see that with all the Robot Masters usually. But I digress. Here's Snake Man, pretty easy to beat with the Mega Buster. He spends most of the fight walking back and forth, occasionally shooting search snakes at you, which roll across the floor, the walls, and then the ceiling. Anywho, he just walks back and forth, and, you know, it's pretty easy to dodge. It's pretty easy to shoot him, because the Mega Buster can pass through the wall. The search snakes are his main attack, and since they take so long to climb up the wall, and it takes so long for him to shoot another search snake, you know, Snake Man's not really much of an opponent at all. He's easy. So yeah. Fuck you, Snake Man. I also think that's the first time he actually or maybe. No, that's the first time he absorbs the powers, I believe. I could be wrong. Either way, we get Search Snake, which does exactly what it did to us in the battle. It can go up floors and walls, and that's good for those random wall enemies, I guess. I don't know, Search Snake's not that great in my opinion, but hey, we got it. Now we're fighting Gemini Man. He can create an alter ego with a hologram. He is also a narcissist. A good point, he's elegant. A bad point, overconfidence. He likes mirrors, because he's a narcissist, you see. He loves himself. And he dislikes snakes. Gee, we just beat Snake Man. I wonder if our ability will kill him. Hardy, hardy, har. Nevertheless, just like I said in the Wily Wars LP, I have no idea what this level's supposed to be. Is it a glacier? Is it a meteor in outer space? I mean, this part looks fine. I would say this is a glacier or a mountain or something, but when you get inside, then it just changes into this weird fucking trippy bloodstream land or something. Ah! Break Man. Yes, this is the supposed leader of the 8 robot masters that we are fighting. He goes by the name Break Man because we don't know what else to call him until we beat the game, okay? I'm being spoilerific with my LPs here. I don't want to ruin the so-called greatest story ever. I don't know who says that, but, you know, I just like to keep people who are watching Mega Man 3 for the first time, for those who can't beat a Mega Man game because they're pretty goddamn hard, I just want to keep the level of suspense. Of course, if you watched any of my other LPs, you already know who he is, because he's in every game from this point onwards, but, you know. Hell, if you're a Mega Man fan, I don't think you can't know who he is, but whatever. Point is, at one point you fight him, and on the menu, he's called Break Man. And yes, he is wearing different clothing, but it's still him, goddammit. So, he's Break Man. I don't care. He's Break Man to me. And I'm sticking with it. Regardless, Break Man is the leader of these 8 robot masters, and he occasionally sometimes helps you, like he did with me. He let me into this... I don't know what the fuck this place is! But other times he will attack us and try to defeat us, and we shall have to show him how much of a lame fighter he really is. Gemini Man stage is very awkward unless you have Rush Marine, which we don't have, and I'm not going to have for a while. You can use Rush Marine to fly into the water here when he becomes a boat, and you can just, you know, pass all this no problem. As it is, I gotta go through all these tiny ledges while dodging dragonflies who fly at your level, and I died. As I was saying, you have to dodge a lot of dragonflies and boat missile things that come from below, and there's tiny ledges, it's easy to fall off. This place is rather treacherous. I would not recommend this level for a first area. Nor would I recommend it because Gemini Man, I don't think I can beat him with the Mega Buster. He's pretty goddamn hard. This is your typical giant enemy of the game. When he jumps, his weakness, aka his eyes, pop out, and then you can shoot him in the face repeatedly, and yeah, it's all swell. But here's Gemini Man, weak against the Search Snake. Every time you shoot, he shoots, or at least one of his doppelgangers does, and he loves to run counterclockwise with his buddy, but when you kill his buddy, or which one half of him anyway, then he just occasionally jumps around and shoots at you, and yeah. It sounds easy and simple, and I made it look simple with the Search Snake, but believe me, if you're using a Mega Buster, it's pretty hard. I think it's hard anyway. I don't know about you. You get Gemini Laser, and you can shoot a laser that bounces off of walls, and it's kinda good, but not really. I don't care for it. But anyway, we'll take on Needle Man in Part 2. See ya then!